So we're going to take a look today. I've been seeing some videos and some news reports on why Stellantis, speak of the devil, why Stellantis is failing at their sales. And I'm going to give you one word. HEMI. There's a Durango pulling in. Yeah, they're not going to be making cars like that anymore. So when Stellantis shares are going down, and mind you, I'm a shareholder here, it's because of the HEMI. That's why, and it's because of no more SRT. It's because of no more HEMI, although they design all their vehicles mostly to have a V8 in them, and some other issues that we'll go into. All right, to follow up with that short little excerpt I did with the Durango and the Ram here, we are actually going to bring up Ram trucks here. So I've seen some videos on YouTube, and I've read some articles here. Actually, there's one right here from Cox Automotive Analysis that we'll get into in a little bit here. Why Stellantis vehicles are tanking. Well, I'm going to begin here with Ram. We have our little helper here today. So when I bought my Ram truck, I didn't buy it new, I bought it used. I paid like $46,000 for it used. It was a $65,000 truck before any mods. So after the mods were on it, after the previous owner did mods, you're looking at, I don't know, $70,000 before taxes and title and registration and such. So now that same truck with the same options from Ram is right around $80,000. So my truck, mind you, is a 2019. It is now 2023. So the same truck is right around $80,000. My truck is not loaded. Or my truck is loaded for the trim. It's not a top trim, though. It's not a limited. It's a Laramie. So I have the air suspension, the front-facing camera, the 360-degree camera, heated, cooled seats, panoramic sunroof, Harman Kardon sound. It was the off-road group. It was completely loaded now for 2019 and the Laramie. So now we look at Ram here, and this goes for everything. My girlfriend is looking for a new vehicle, and most likely it's going to be a Stellantis vehicle, and I even can attest to this here buying the Durango. You know, we paid $50,000 for a one-year-old Durango that was $65,000 new with 30,000 miles on it. So, you know, $65,000 to $70,000. So it wasn't a terrible deal, wasn't a great deal, though. So now, you look at the prices of these vehicles new, and that is just so here. MSRP starting at $38,570. Ram 1500 Crew Cab, as shown, starting of a Rebel was $58,745. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story here. So, and I don't have it on my channel. My first truck I bought in 2016, it was a Ram 1500 Bighorn quad cab. So it wasn't the crew cab, it was a quad cab. And it was moderately equipped. I would say it didn't have a sunroof on it. It had the backup camera, but it didn't have the backup sensors. So it was moderately equipped. It had cloth seats and a touchscreen. And that retailed new for being a moderately mid-level equipped truck for, I want to say, $46,000 before incentives. And I bought it used for $23,000. So I bought it for basically half price with 60,000 miles on it. And that was moderately equipped. So now when I upgraded to my 2017 Night Edition, that was fully loaded, similar to a Limited. It had every option you could get except the air suspension. And that truck cost me $33,000 with 40,000 miles on it. Completely loaded. That truck retailed, I want to say, for a completely loaded truck like that was right around $60,000. So you really wouldn't get a higher priced truck than that when you're going with Ram. 60 grand was the tops. That was about the tops in 17, 18. 19 hit, now you're looking at 65, maybe 70, 75, maybe 75 for a limited, maybe. Now you're looking at these trucks, just in regular 1500 form. This goes for Chevy, this goes for GMC, this goes for Ram, this goes for Ford. Their top trim limited trucks are approaching $100,000, and that's just happened over the last few years. But Ram, especially being, what got me into Ram was the HEMI and the fact that it was a value leader compared to all the other trucks. And this goes for Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Fiat, all the other brands. And that's why I've liked Stellantis. You've historically gotten a lot for your money, basically, when you go with Chrysler products. And that's why I own a ton of them, as Eleanor can agree. So it's pretty frustrating here when now Ram, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, they've risen their prices so much. Like a Durango, a non-SRT Durango, brand new now, is costing you $69,000 MSRP. What my parents bought was $69,000 of Durango. That has all the SRT stuff, but it doesn't have the 6.4, it has the 5.7. Let's put that into perspective. You wouldn't have seen that 5, 6, 7 years ago from Dodge. For $69,000, you could have damn near bought a brand new Jeep SRT. Damn near. A non-equipped Jeep SRT 6, 7 years ago would have got you $70,000 before tax, title, and license. Now, you're looking at Jeep Grand Cherokees that are approaching $80,000, $90,000. What's wrong with that? Why is Stellantis losing the market? That is why. And now you're seeing, and I just got an ad in the paper here the other day about all the incentives that the manufacturers are putting on these vehicles. So now we're finally, I just watched Doug DeMuro's video here the other day, we're finally seeing, and he explained it, so we're finally seeing the last 2-3 months that automakers are realizing that they can't sell vehicles, especially the American automakers, specifically Stellantis, because the vehicles are so fucking high priced. Nobody can afford them. I make good money. I'm never going to be able to go out and buy and justify spending $80,000 on a pickup truck brand new for just being moderately equipped. I can't afford it. Even $60,000 now brand new. I could afford that, but why would I? Why would I? Why would I when I should be able to go out and buy a truck for $50,000 new that is very, very well equipped? That truck isn't fully equipped, and that's costing me $60,000. So we're just going to zoom out here, and mind you, I'm always going to stick with Stellantis. I'm not going with any other ICE vehicle, though, unless it's a TRX from Stellantis, because they don't give you the option of the HEMI. Class exclusive, available V8 hybrid engine. That's real nice. Well, they're getting rid of that. So my thinking is here, you design all your vehicles, Grand Cherokee, even the new platform, Grand Cherokee L, Wagoneer, Grand Wagoneer, Wagoneer L, Grand Wagoneer L. What's that? That's 6 vehicles. All the Ram trucks, all of them, all the Ram trucks, your Durango, your Charger Challenger, I know they're getting rid of that. All of them are designed to have a HEMI V8 in it. So now you built all these vehicles on new platforms, and you're axing the thing that gets people to buy your product. Your people buy your product because of the available HEMI V8. And now you're getting rid of it. So you spent all that fucking money on design and fitment for your V8, and now you're done. Especially for the Jeep products. That's designed to have an optional HEMI V8 in there. So keep it. Keep it. Just keep it. Just if you're going to, and I understand there's thousands of dollars of fines if you get a 6.4 or 5.7. Up the price then. Up the price on the HEMI. So people are willing to pay it. I guarantee you that if they're walking out paying $80,000 for a truck, they're not going to mind paying another $4,000 or $5,000 for a HEMI V8. So, and you wonder why, you know, as good as the interiors are and as good as Stellantis is making their products, you know, with these optional, the head-up display, the fantastic interiors on these trucks and Jeeps and Dodges and stuff, you wonder why they're losing market share is because they're not the value leader anymore. Jeep is trying to be what Range Rover is, and people aren't going to pay that. People aren't going to pay it. So we're going to look at this article here. Yeah. This is a big article. We'll skim through it here. Stellantis falls back into a sales slump. Stellantis U.S. sales performance for Q3. Everything is dropping besides Chrysler, but Chrysler has such a low impact that it really doesn't matter. If we look at, that's the manufacturer total right there. We can see, let's look at this. So the manufacturer total is steeply declining. But let's look at their, and we can see right here where Chrysler is, Fiat, and Alfa Romeo are basically down at the bottom. And they're really down at the bottom. You don't even see a Fiat or an Alfa dealer left anymore. And now there's a lot of them that are closing. But let's take a look here. Chrysler is steadily, has been going up basically besides Q3 of 2021. But Chrysler is going up thanks to part of the 300, and the Pacifica minivan really is what people are buying. So that's a minivan brand. But you look at Dodge here and you can look at their lowering of sales. Well, you wonder why. Dodge is known for one thing, American muscle, and you're getting rid of that. You're not even giving it an option for people. You're just axing it completely because of the fines. I don't know. Look at your sales. Now you have Chrysler, who's laughable at best, even though I own a 300, and now your sales are matching Dodge. So if you're Stellantis, you have to really be worried here. And as a Stellantis customer, you have to wonder, are they going to axe Dodge as a brand in the next few years? We don't know. Now we take a look at Ram trucks here. So you can see Ram trucks have been great products. And you can see in 2019 and 2020 when they were at their peak, that was when they were just pushing out the new 5th gen trucks. And, the trucks were doing good. They were great value. Like I said, I bought a completely loaded Laramie, for used for 46. Brand new, it was 65. So now you're looking at the same truck as 80, like I said. And you can see why the sales are completely going down is because to get yourself a decently equipped truck now, you're spending $60,000 to $70,000. I've seen Bighorns as high as $65,000, and I've seen Laramies as high as $80,000. I've seen Limiteds over $90,000. Who's going to pay that? And now you look at Jeep, which is their stronghold, which is Stellantis' stronghold. Jeep is on a steady decline, and you can see really when the decline started to happen is when they started to push the newer Jeep products. They got rid of that I think it was WK2 generation of Grand Cherokee, and then they started to push the new, more expensive Grand Cherokees, and they got rid of the SRT option, and they made Jeep more of a luxury brand now, and started to really raise the price. So it really begs the question here, why are they doing that? Why are they getting rid of the HEMI? Why are they having quality control issues? I mean, can it be saved? So we'll just look at this a little bit more. Yeah, you look at here, Jeep and Ram. I mean, that's the story is the same for Jeep and Ram. You have products that are made to fit the HEMI. You have products that were designed for that sole purpose, and now you're not even, gonna use it. So we can see, I've already seen it, incentives are gonna go up here for them to sell cars. And they're giving 10% off Grand Cherokee L's right now. So if you want to go out and buy yourself an $80,000 or $90,000 Grand Cherokee L, you can do that. It's a damn shame that it's going to cost you that much and you don't even get a HEMI. That's pretty sad. Yeah, here we go. Stellantis average transaction price climbs 5% to 57,771. That's the highest number you have to see right there. That's the only number you have to see out of this whole goddamn article. The only number, 57,771. You're telling me that's the average price over Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Of course, you figure in Fiat and Alfa in there. But let's take a look at this here. You've got Fiat really low, who doesn't really account for that too much. And then you've got Alfa, who doesn't really account for that too much. But even Alfa is lower than, it's lower than the manufacturer total, and it's lower than Jeep. So that's telling you something. That's kind of a sports luxury brand. Dodge has, of course, steadily been going up here. Because of the prices, and Ram is by far the highest here as their trucks are just out of control. So this is the average transaction price. So like I said, to get a decently equipped truck, average 65 grand. That's your average price. That's your average truck basically. You're figuring in the $45,000 trucks and the $100,000 trucks, and that's your average price is 65 grand. What did I tell you? Jeeps are going to continue to go up. Surprisingly, Chrysler is staying down low, right around $50,000 if you can consider that low. But, yeah, that's all you need to know. We'll see what happens to the brand as a whole. I'm a shareholder. I own a lot of money in Stellantis here, so I am very curious to see what happens here. But they are going to have to do something here about the price of their vehicles. And I'm going to tell you what, if their price continues to go up, then they're just going to have to produce better products.